Arc Raiders is when the Clanker Army evicts humanity and forces us to make the largest homeless shelter you have ever seen. Now, I know everyone wants to get along, everyone wants to cuddle, and I do too. I cherish nap time with the homies, but there's some people who think that PvP shouldn't even exist. This is the end of the world, not a hobo orgy. Imagine that smell. Ooh. My point is that PvP makes me and you feel alive. But most importantly, without PvP, Arc Raiders would perish. Now I'm explaining why. I start with why people are so upset with the PvP. There are many ways this game damn near begs you to work together. The most significant way, however, is with the Arc. You know those drone videos where they f with the homeless people? That's the Arc, but instead of shooting footage, they're shooting bullets. These deadly home appliances are very tough, smart, and extremely varied. You got your air purifiers, coffee machines brewing death, and even Hitachi wands to bait the female raiders. Whether you're fighting the ticks or the queen and her simps, all of the arcs are capable of killing you. But it's not just the arc that they use the story, the lore, and the characters too. One of the main characters, Celeste, she runs like the hobo camp. She has a quest to where you have to disarm traps so raiders can stop getting the jump on one another. And with the community quest, it's very clear that it should be the dudes standing up against the machines, making our women moist, making them enjoy their lives. She's happy enough with me, goddammit. The Arc are the enemy. They're the dangerous one, not your fellow raiders. With all this going on, it just feels wrong to actually kill another raider. But what feels even worse is when you're being wrong, when you're being the one killed. Now, why would someone engage in PvP? Why would they hurt you, my perfect little angel? It's because fellas gotta eat, and that loot's got you looking thick and delicious. Now, don't get me wrong, some do it out of spite, and some people just love to see the world burn. There's many players that will waste time in their lives just to kill you. These players have many names, but all these guys sit when they pee. Yep, there I am getting spit roasted by two other players. These guys are horrible, man. These guys like it when we complain about the PvP. They even brag about it. And that's one issue I do have. I don't like it when they don't engage with the game. A lot of these guys who do this type of stuff, they just pick a free loadout and then they just go in. Then they'll do it again and again and not lose anything. That is a big problem that I do think needs to be fixed. People need to actually engage in what Arc Raiders is. Some people, however, just need their fix. They seen you take out that Rocketeer. You're looting now, face down, ass up, and then boom, there's a nigga behind you like this. Even though this game begs you to kiss and tickle each other, it's still an extraction shooter. If you kill someone, you get to keep their stuff. The game might be pointing you towards doing the right thing, but it's also constantly reminding you that you have free will. It's saying, use your moral compass, however you see fit. And this is why I say without PvP, Arc Raiders would die. PvE and PvP is like peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese, boogers and cum. When they coexist, and when you tell players to just figure it out and then let them self-govern, it just makes for the most special moments ever. There's just these moments when someone wrongs you, but then next game someone does right by you. And that wrongdoing amplifies that right doing. I had a guy who I ran into who claimed that he got a leaper very weak, like it was smoking, it was on fire. I ran into him and at first I didn't even trust him, but he said, hey, I have no guns, no ammo, but there's this leaper here and you can kill it. It was like I was the chosen one. And so, like I said, I didn't believe him at first. I was a bit hesitant, but then I said, you know what? Let me believe in this one guy. So I go up there and then boom, I get the last shot on the leaper, along with two other people who were also fighting the thing. Now, at the end of it all, I told the guy, hey, I didn't really do nothing. You take all the loot. But he insisted that I take the loot from the leaper. And it was just such a nice moment. It made me feel really fuzzy inside, honestly. And I think a part of that is because, again, before all of this, I ran into just crappy people killing me for literally no reason or killing me for my stuff. And then it's just like finding the diamond in the haystack or whatever the fuck. It just feels really good and just feels really special. There's also these moments of tension where like your butthole is clenched so tight to where it can cut stale. These moments where like you run into a random guy and you're like, man, maybe I can trust this guy. I had all these good memories with these other people. Maybe I can trust this guy. But then all the bad memories start to flood in and you're like, friendly? And sometimes they are friendly, but sometimes they aren't. And that leads me to one of the best feelings about this game. When the karma hits, when that dumbass tries to hit you from behind and you outplay him, or when you get knocked down but then someone comes and saves your life, that is the best feeling. I had a guy who killed me. He killed me for literally no reason. And then 4 games later, I found the motherfucker. And then I killed his ass. No questions asked. I shot on sight. He had the same outfit. It was the same place. I was pretty sure it was him until I found out it wasn't him at all, actually. Fuck it. I'ma just choose to gaslight myself that he was an evil man doing evil things, and that's just how it's gonna be. I don't care. But imagine if that was the right guy. That's actually another suggestion I would actually give. Let us put a bounty on killer's head. If someone kills us, give me the option to mark them. And when I say mark them, I don't mean tell me whenever they're online or tell me exactly where they are. But if we happen to be in the same game, let me know. Maybe show me roughly where he is on the map, just roughly, you know? That way mishaps like this don't happen to where like I kill one evil guy, but it's not my evil guy. The only thing that really beats that karma feeling is when you actually help people and you expand your kindness. You help the new players get their footing into the game, or you help people who are getting shot by other people and then coming together with an O. Like this, me and a group of guys, a group of strangers, we meet and we don't really trust each other, but we all decide that we shouldn't kill each other. While parting ways, a random kills one of us, and then we kill that random for just being a piece of shit, you know? But there our boy is down on his knees. He's down on his knees. And we're like, well, we gotta save this guy, you know? Like, it sucks that he has to die. But no one had a defib. But while talking, a random below us was like, hey, you guys need a defib? If I find y'all, I can save y'all boy. That's exactly what he did. It was a great moment. And after that, we all kind of went our separate ways, but some of them stayed together, right? So I'm in this fucking like factory and I'm trying to find out how to do the quest and, you know, I'm kind of lost, but I hear someone fighting the Bastion, you know? And then eventually I finish my quest, but then I see the Bastion and I see some people shooting at him. And guess who it is? It's my boys who I met at the beginning of the game. So what do? I jump down, throw a showstopper. It does literally nothing at all. But I at least distract the Bastion for a second so they can kill the damn thing. And it's just a great moment. We got to get the loot. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's chilling. And it's just such a sweet experience. At the end of it all, we all snuggled as the moon blanketed us with its light. It's fucking dumb. But these moments, though, we yearn for, you know, snuggling with a bunch of dudes under the moonlight. It's really the best. But it's not all just slumber parties with the bros, you know, snuggling and kissing. It can't just be that all the time. There's also special moments that are just dreadful. There's a story on Reddit where a guy, he meets another guy and they don't trust each other. But the Redditor says to the random, he's like, hey man, that's a really cool outfit. I like that outfit. I want that outfit. They bond over that and then they begin to trust each other, but then they part ways. Fast forward, our Redditor, he wants to extract. And then right there, who does he see? Dead. The guy he just bonded with. He can tell because of the costume. And that's just such a sad, heart-wrenching like reality. I've had times where it's like I'll help someone and then I'm like, okay, I want to adventure more. I'll see you. You're going to extract. Boom. And then you walk down the way. Then you hear a fucking radar flare go off. And it's in the direction of the extraction. And you can only just guess, did my boy make it out or did he die? There's just times like that. And there's nothing like that in any other game, that, at least that I've played. And it's just so special, even if it's very heartbreaking. These moments really mold you. I had a guy kill me for seemingly no reason. When I messaged him to guilt trip him, he told me straight up, he said, some guy killed me last game. I felt horrible about it, so I killed you. If getting killed can turn you evil, then getting help from your brothers can turn you good. And I think that's special. And I also think that's all largely credited to PvP. Not just PvP, of course, but it's a part of the formula. I guess what I'm saying is you can't have good without evil. If PvE existed on its own, it would be fun. It would still be fun, but would get old pretty fast. You'd eventually outsmart and even outnumber the art. You'd soak up anything special about the game. And if PvP existed by itself, or even if it became the main focus, it would just get stale. With games like Hunt Showdown or even Call of Duty, I never played Tarkov, but Tarkov is like a game this is being compared to. It seems like there's no moral dilemma. If I see someone in those games, I'm just gonna kill them. I'm just gonna shoot. And that's why those games, at least to me, aren't so special. Not saying they're bad games, but they just aren't as special as Arc Raiders. You need PvE and you need PvP. So let's keep PvP how it is. Let's keep the game special. Let's all just feel alive. Also, I have a special weapon for those toxic PvP players. So what do you guys think, man? Do y'all think, like, you know, that we need PvP and PvE? Me personally, I don't want any changes. What do y'all think? Do y'all want changes? I'm out of shape. I'm out of breath. I'm fat. I need to go. Thank you for watching the video. Tell me what you think. Goodbye. I love you so much.